You're always on the spot.
Trying to be.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
Let's see, well, this is July. So, 14th is now state. 14th is state. 20th is squad. And August.
What's that? Hey,
What? What's that? Check that. No, no. That's third Thursday. So, Street. The meeting will be. What's Brett? I think he got a little bit drunk last night. You did. You drink this one already? Well, he didn't get home. Nice. Eric, would you go check on Brett real quick? Tell him he is cordially invited. Sorry, this. 2, 4, 10. This phone is like, I think. Oh. You didn't want to burn him. He's so scared of burning.
Yeah, he is. I think we
Want to give him a little bit of a
complex.
complex, yeah.
So worried about making up. Yeah, we thought about that. Maybe make it like a fundraiser, you know, like at the rodeo. Yeah. Just give us 550 cord, you know.
I was thinking about this landscape.
I figured we could use the motorcycles, you know, like steeds, round them up, have a roping competition. Yeah. Not uniform, Brett.
Go see the sergeant at arms.
Hey, Sergeant Arms. Post at the door.
Roger that.
Welcome everyone to our monthly Riders Group. I'm Mike Miller, the Assistant Director of the Riders Group. We are the regulators. I now call this meeting to order. Sergeant Arms, please post yourself in order. Remain closed to remain in the meeting. Please silence all electronic devices. Everyone, please rise. Riders Group, attention. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready, two. Please be seated. All right, let's do a roll call. George is out of town. He's in Columbia. He hasn't taken captive. I'd like to hear from the next meeting. I am the vice. Josh is the secretary. Brett is the sergeant at arms. Izzy's absent. And PAO is absent. New members. We have Eric, who's the most recent patch awardee. Eric Nelson.
Right.
Josh, will you give us a financial report?
All right, treasury report. This is through the end of May. Our Riders Group fund is at $7,928.12. I don't have what we made for June. Yeah, I'll have that as far as bike night. What about breakfast? How much we pulled for
We paid $115 today.
$115 for breakfast this morning. And we paid out $133.75 to Dawn for the purchase of the bike night plan. I closed that out. Do we remember what we made for bike night? Brett, you remember?
I do not remember.
Sorry, that
Probably about the same amount.
We were pretty close. It wasn't real great night, but it was decent.
Okay, and that's our
Okay, read the minutes of the last meeting.
all right, last meeting. All right, George called the meeting to order at 2:30. It was on June 11th. We had 2 members present. At that time, treasurer report was $7,158. We discussed doing squat and gobble, which was on 6/15 up at the American Legion, 348 for the Queen of Hearts. We did discuss needing to order another batch of shirts. We'll trigger on that and wait on there, but we will get. I think we said about 5 or 6 of large, extra large, and 2X, and that's it. And then I'll say we did. Oh, we covered that.
Okay. Thank you, Josh. Any other old business?
Can we order 1 XXX?
We can.
Yes. Yes, true.
point of order. I think Josh also mentioned that they're holding elections postponed until August.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's coming up.
We did mention that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. Okay, so this morning we had breakfast. It was a good turnout. We sold all 24 biscuits, which our gave. We were a little generous on the sausage this time. They're a little bigger than we used to sell. I still gave 2 for every breakfast, so I don't know if we're making any money or breaking even. We're gonna do some calculations. The possibility is we'll have to raise the price of $5 is the steep. We don't expect to take so for new business, we have the upcoming steak night, which is the 14th of July, next Friday. We have a sign-up sheet if you're interested in signing up, so we can gauge how many steaks frost. We've got 45 8-ounce ribeyes already here. They're beautiful little ribeyes. We're gonna do that. Make potato supreme roll for $15. So we decided.
That's it.
That's what's on the side of that thing.
It says 15.
Yeah, it's on the side.
Where's the sign?
It's right outside the kitchen.
If you look at it, right, I think our number with counting was 30, right? But let's just say if everybody here makes it, there's 11, and that gives us 19 for everybody else.
For maybe the sign up, and if we got 15 or 16 signed up, that might influence. do frosty.
And we'll throw that out, we'll put it in the fridge around Tuesday or Wednesday, that way they're ready to go. And, I think the only thing we have to pick up is rolls and potatoes.
Well, you get those potatoes in early, at least an hour and a half. And that'll be a good way. So how many potatoes, Brett?
Depending on how many sticks you're gonna have.
I think we buy 45. Well, we'll pick that up probably Wednesday, right? And that way we can see how many people have signed up, right? So if we don't have a lot, we'll just get 30. We're gonna say, hey, we're gonna do 30 steaks, we'll have 30.
And if we're out, we're out. You signed up, you have to come early. That's kind of how it goes. It's a crapshoot, you know, and then you get a group comes in late and you're out of food.
Good thing about them little stakes though is you can run them things underwater. You can thaw them out pretty quick.
That's true. Then they're in plastic, so in water. Okay. We also have the Spot and Gobble coming up on the 20th. That's also, no, that'll be following. That's a week following. Yeah. 13th, we got another ride up to the rear.
One more thing on the steak. Should we grab some onions and mushrooms to offer that?
You know, we talked about that. It isn't hard to just saute them up and have them if somebody requests them. Even if we did canned mushrooms and
Yeah, it's a cheap add-on, but
yeah,
good touch.
Yeah, good idea. And we're going to use plates and silverware as a nice touch. Nobody wants to be cutting a ribeye out there. We can do the dishes. It's not going to be that difficult. We're just going to do a little more help. So if you guys can make these, come on.
I'll be here to help.
You're going to be here for breakfast. So was it. But yeah, if you can make it, please come help. And just,
What time you want me here?
I'd say no later than 5. We'd probably like to grill about 4:30. Do all the steaks medium rare, stack them up in the pan. They'll continue to cook a little bit. If somebody wants it well done, we'll just throw it. Sean was volunteering to cook the steaks for us. He's in chef school. He's all about it. So if you see Sean, please remind me of that. And otherwise, one of us will cook. Right.
Yes, seasoning for those?
We do. We have Montreal steak. Yep. Good deal. All right. On the 20th again, the Squat and Gobble. We're going to meet here. Kickstands up at 6. We're going to go down to Camp Holland, which is right out 192. Eric, if you want to meet us there, that's up to you because it's halfway to your house, from what I understand. Yeah. But we'd love to have you there. Okay, next month, on the 11th of August, we have bike night. That's the second Friday of the month. We haven't decided on burgers and brats, burgers and dogs. We've done pulled pork before. We're doing a steak night. Any suggestions on what we might want to do? Burgers, okay? Burgers and brats. Yeah, they go good. People like them. The burgers are amazing. All right. So that's what we'll plan on doing on the 11th.
Hey, one go back on after bike night on the 15th. We're going to be doing cigar and bourbon night here, right? So yeah, the post is doing it. Brett's kind of putting that together, working on like, hey, maybe like $25 and you get a cigar and a couple bourbons or something like that, right? So yeah. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be taking place. We also have Joe, who's going to be here playing from 6 to 9, and there's going to be a dinner. So that Saturday is kind of be a new thing. We got
Very busy.
yeah, very busy. Also, have a new thing first. We haven't done a cigar night here. Well, we always do a cigar night here, but actually somebody coming in and selling cigars.
That's certain.
Say 5.
Cigars at 6.
Cigars at 6. You done everything at 6?
Yeah.
I don't know.
$45.
25. I just put up the cigar and a couple burgers. What's that? I think we're trying to get Buffalo Trace from Burger this one. They were out of it for a distributor. So I think Becca's gonna go and just get some ABC to the classic, something like that. And we should have that for.
Who's the cigar group?
He's out of Chesapeake, right? He's a VFW member out of Chesapeake Coast. He started his own cigar business. Yeah, I met him down at 4206 during the picnic. I had one of his cigars in that.
Were there other AMVET members that we were talking to the other night that are interested in joining us during our event?
I believe there was, yeah.
Yeah, but Brett, you introduced me to a couple of guys, Nick and Mac.
Yeah.
They're for 163.
Right, are they aware of it and
Yeah.
plan on attending it?
Trying to work on a flyer to get it down.
Yeah, I like the idea of doing a post. We need to start with it. That's terrific. Nice to meet them. Okay. And then we'll be doing breakfast on the 13th, just like today in our meeting, 13 August. And then a squat and gobble is scheduled for the 17th. And then we're going to head up out of here, stand up to 6 to meet it up. We had a real nice time there. Food quality was terrific. So, yeah, going back there, I thought help with this. Yeah. Right, yep. Okay. That's what's on the docket so far. Any new business?
So new business, we did talk to the deck people out here with the deck. We're still waiting on a quote from them, but he seemed to be he'll think we could do it. He's gonna give us some plans and cost estimate and everything, and then we'll have that discussion whenever we get that. Sit down with the leadership of the post and see how we want to move forward.
Were there any complications with the drainage?
No. It'll be pillars and put it up over as long as you don't fill it in.
What the owner told me was anything over 24-foot posts that lift the deck, anything over 24 inches, they'll take care of all that. The permit. If they're licensed, they probably bring their plan in.
Yeah, we're still looking at doing the whole thing.
I think we're going to get a quote for that, and we'll see where we stand. They did my deck a few months ago. The quality of the work, it's Viking fence and the owner happens to live right now. He said he's going to cut us a deal as a repeat customer.
And you know, he needs to get his tax write-off so he can donate.
Okay, and then as Brett mentioned, next Sunday or the next breakfast is the 13th of August. We are required to hold elections. We were remiss in not holding those elections in June. You know, Easter and Mother's Day kind of messed up our tempo, so we were not prepared to have an election. But please keep it at the forefront. Think about it. If you'd like to hold an office, you have to hold elections at the next meeting. So, as a minimum, we'll be required to vote in the new director, assistant director, secretary, sergeant, and officer. Those are the 4 minimums. I'd love to vote in a road captain or 2, and maybe an assistant sergeant at arms. Brett, if you go to something else, we'll figure that out. But if you're interested in running for one of the positions, please make it known. We'll nominate.
If you're not going to be here, and you'd still like to hold the position, let us know. Right? Maybe give a written letter saying, hey, from the president or vice.
Yes, Tom.
Next time you send out your invitation email, why don't you say something in there about next
Oh, good
meeting?
idea. Yeah, I'll do that.
Are the current members all interested in running, maintaining their?
Eric, I'm glad you bring that up, because I would be remiss in not mentioning that George is not all that excited about the okay? He did it out of necessity when he did it. He stepped up, he took it on, but he's going to be traveling a lot, and he is not all that interested in. He wants to be part of the group, but he doesn't need the responsibility, and he doesn't take the ownership of it as aggressively. So we'll be looking for him. And George is okay with that. I've already had that conversation with him. I think some of us have mentioned it. He's fine with it. So maybe we can make him the sergeant at arms. He can still hold a position, but not have it. But other than, he was named fifth. But that was 2 years ago.
As far, but I would say, not only with that position, but any position, right? Like if you're interested in doing the secretary job, hey, I'm happy to hand it over. Or if nobody else is going to do it, I don't mind doing it again, right? But
Having the continuity.
Yeah.
I think what we don't worry about is we'll always have it, man, if you will, to hold the chapter, keep things flowing. But if somebody else wants to give it a shot, throw your name in the hat.
And it's one of those, if you don't want to be president, you don't want that responsibility, but you do want to hold some position. Just when ain't bad, vice ain't bad, sergeant arms ain't bad.
There's always PAO.
Yeah. Mike Pacelli from the American Legion post over in St. Cloud. Or was he VFW? VFW. He expressed interest in standing up his own riders group over there, asked a bunch of questions, and the advice I gave him is, look, if everybody's real excited, everybody signs up, keep people involved. If you guys, as you guys can tell, we've got half of our members here, not even half, and that's pretty much the routine. So I just cautioned them that gotta make people commit, gotta get them involved, gotta communicate. We were remiss in not communicating very effectively until recently. We're getting better at that.
What do you think about us making a ride over there and maybe help them do a presentation or something?
Yeah, I recommended that, and maybe the next squat and gobble we run over there. We make September the post in St. Cloud. It'd be a nice ride out 192. Go visit the post.
Maybe they can invite some folks out. I was actually
Oh, yeah, that's acceptable. We'll just introduce them as non-members. And
yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. There's nothing in the
So how many rider groups are in this area? Just us?
In the
VFW,
district, just us. And
got the lead.
And the AMVETS has a rider.
there are VFW riders groups, but they're just in other districts.
But we're the only VFW riders.
Yes.
And American Legion 81 has a rider group, right?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the Legion.
Okay.
200.
Yeah. So there are other riders groups, just for the only VFW. Oh, okay.
Is he on board?
So, Mike, that leads to your comment about going to other VFWs. We should do that on rides because it will give them invitation to join our group.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe we should get some flyers made up or something that when we do the drive, we leave them behind.
We already had those.
Yeah.
So, I really like.
We invite them to the breakfast.
Awesome. Maybe there's some catalog. Old, it's all hardback, like the flyer. I've had it before.
Our post number on it?
It doesn't have our post number, it's just like information about the bike drive, what we see, and so on.
Maybe we can get a stamp or something.
Yeah, a stamp, or I was thinking like.
Okay.
It's like a postcard format, so they're hard copy one. I've seen it.
A couple Sundays ago.
I think I have one or two hanging up actually.
Oh, all right. I'll look at it.
We can order. The catalog.
A couple Sundays ago, I don't know if we discussed this much, but Eric had kind of coordinated us with Amvet's representatives over in St. Cloud. His third cousin was one of only 2 Korean War veterans awarded the Medal of Honor. Born and raised here in Cocoa Brevard area, he's buried in the Cocoa. They wanted to come over and visit the grave. And so several of us rode over there to the cemetery, met them, a lot of nice folks. And we put the Medal of Honor placard on his gravestone. We have that, so we put that on there. A couple little donations from the Amvet's home, where it doesn't have to go through red tape of staff and whatever. This one, I need to keep it, help them out a little bit. A couple $100. Start, and then our group rode them over to the Cocoa Beach or the Cocoa waterfront park to show him the statue of his cousin, Emory. What's the last name?
Bennett.
Bennett?
Bennett.
Bennett, yeah, Bennett, you're right there. Yeah, Emory L. Bennett, and he's got a life-size statue there in the park, and his this guy, we all rode through. I took him down the back roads up the wrong. Got a great park. Don't know how to pull it off. You know? It was fun. We had a good time. Then we all went and had lunch, time out, and they headed their way. We headed ours. It was a nice morning. And again, I'm not, you know, I said maybe one day we'll ride up and post and pay visit. And Eric knows the way, so. Okay. Any other new business?
Josh will send you that information on the.
Okay.
The guy's name is KC. Carlson's team. I sent you that. I know Eric has additional.
Yeah, maybe some T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah. He doesn't have ratio.
You can do both piece of local guy, because I'll send you.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to bring that up there?
Yeah, I'll send that to you, the design.
Eric sent me a nice picture of a shirt of a plan to have our patch on the back of the shirt. And I think that's a great idea in lieu of leather or a vest sometimes. And you know, browsing around the post, you know, that's not all. And still, I'm real interested.
Others will be district. Also, go there about fires. Also, that too. That's
To the
perfect.
district meeting?
Yeah,
And where is that, Brett?
those 332. West Vermont.
It does, that Kissimmee or St. Cloud?
They didn't say cloud.
227 is St. Cloud.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the post trying to do writers for that.
Oh, they're sponsoring this.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe that would be a good day for us.
That's Saturday. Meeting starts at 10.
Saturday, August what?
I think it's 26, 28, whatever.
26 and 30. Fantastic.
I got one more thing.
Yes.
The hump out here where the power goes over to the trailer. I drag there every time I come across that thing. It sends my kidneys flying. Is there any way we can spread that thing out a little bit more?
There,
Not in just a big hump.
no, because we have lines, the water line and everything else going up there. So we did that. It used to just be a piece of wood there. And we had that. So, so
Is there anything else going across there? I mean, could we, just get some more pavement or something?
yeah, we probably could.
It's just that solid hump, man. It's brain sits on it. That's why today when I came in, the grill was sitting there. It's like, oh shit, what am I going to do?
Oh, okay.
We get some parking out front.
Or if you just, get one spot over to the left over there where I've been going.
The Home Depot and Lowe's, they sell what they call a cold patch. It's asphalt comes in the
Yeah, that's what we,
pound bag.
that's what we use.
No mix, but nothing, nothing to go.
And maybe you just do one spot in it. You don't have to do the whole thing. Just do a spot for a bike to get over. Sorry, I don't mean to complain.
No, it's good.
I'm glad you bring it up. Try to fix it, and then wreck the bike or
And maybe,
over detail.
Not a bad idea, right?
yeah, I'd like to see us come out, like, clean the area up where we park and.
Well, the lawnmower broke down.
Yeah, that's why we're kind of sucking right now.
Josh,
I mean, all of us, we should be able to do that stuff.
The deck on the ship. Josh ordered the new deck. When he gets here, we'll rebuild it. It didn't,
What needs to
the whole back area over here.
come there?
Yeah, around our like parking, entryway, just the whole back area.
Now,
But a lot of John is.
around the concrete pad, is that gravel or is that just sand?
Grass, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a lip there. Good.
Do we have somewhere we can take some dirt from that? Build that up a little bit too? We can do it. I mean,
All right, I'm dreaming. But when we do the deck, we get a extended.
Have we ever discussed extending the pad?
No, just because, yes, like right now it's filled, right? But we have more bikes right now than we have seen in what, 2 months, I would say. So, I mean, with the cost of the deck, right, and what that's going to take, is it worth extending the pad?
yeah, I'd rather have the deck. I think we could do something out here ourselves and not have to
But
spend
I
money.
know what you're saying, instead of it just being a look right there, we, like you said, milling or whatever like that, put a little, where it ain't such a bump right there.
Would have to cost concrete to get that out.
Right.
Guys are out footers.
Yeah, right, we can do the forms and have, bring a couple extra yards.
Yeah.
And it don't have to be perfect for that.
What are you thinking, Tim, like deeper or long?
Longer would be good, but also when we come around the backside to come up on that thing, we got pretty good tempo right there.
Well, there used to be curves back there too, so we got rid of those, Josh pulled those out of there. So it's better than it was, we can come around the backside. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, I'm willing to come over and get the time.
How are you that sprayed it?
Yeah, that'd be a good start, then we can form up and figure out what we need to do.
So I will say, hold on. August. So right now, August 5th would be our next work party, right? Where we come in and depending on what's going on, from 9 to 12, we have events that, all right, hey, we're gonna use that, right? Other people come around. So if we want to say, hey, August 5th, all these ideas, we can go get some of those patch pavement. We can fix that. We can maybe get a load of mill or something there and kind of fix all around there. I'd like to see that, right? So if y'all want to commit to August 5th to help out, then hey, I'll get all the materials and all that stuff.
What day of the week is that?
That's a Saturday, right? So when we do these, usually we look at the first Saturday of the month is work party, right? And that's whatever needs to be done.
We've been cleaning days, light bulb replacements, maybe field dedication, Navy field, put this on.
I'm in.
You know what I mean? Am I right, Tom?
Is it?
We're trying to work over the mix.
Let's look at the little stuff first, and then we'll figure out what's going on with the deck. And maybe if we can get some discount, some extra concrete, we can look at that on.
Yeah, if they bring a truck back there and dump a few yards of footers, a couple more yards in our pre-formed area would be good. Just some muscle to help spread it out.
Now, do we have to have a permit for that?
No, that's great.
So let's look at 5 August. Everybody kind of do with 5 August?
Like a writer.
Yeah, like a writer sponsored work party.
What day is that?
Saturday morning,
What time?
8,
5:30?
8 in the morning. Get it before it starts getting too hot.
Better start in December now.
All right.
Maybe also under new business. But probably some. Okay, I agree with this.
You know, that sound system isn't all that bad. It's the linking up to the Bluetooth things or.
And just taking a few bucks.
Well, they're already buying new TVs here. That's going to be a start, and maybe we'll do it then.
Started bringing up new business.
Well, motion for that or what?
Yeah.
All right.
Second.
All right, there's a motion on the floor to discuss with the House about new speakers in the back. You know, we're probably going to have maybe some outdoor speakers out on our deck anyway, so maybe we do it all at once. Put a couple on the back of the game room.
Yeah.
Or outside. We're going to want music out.
How do we know?
And I think that's why maybe have a switch them off outside.
All right, so we're doing motion to fund a sound system for not only the deck, but also the back room. So maybe it's not necessarily a motion, we don't know a cost yet. So we'll just say, hey, that needs to be, we're gonna research this and look.
Discuss with the House Committee.
Now, you talking like running wires?
We have.
What about doing Bluetooth outside?
But
But really, that's need to work.
it's, well, there's a system called Sonos, and I don't know if anybody's familiar. I have it at my house. Everything works. It's on your Wi-Fi. You pull up, play whatever music you want in any room you want. You control all the volume separately and turn it off outside when you want to.
What kind of cost is that?
Motion that we just move these meetings to your.
Right, yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's too early maybe to make it look for this, instead of the conversation going. structures, stuff out of what we would like, so
Yeah.
we use the most.
Right.
Bring it up to house committee. They're okay with 1,500. House.
Yeah, and then maybe,
Right.
once we know the cost of the deck and we know what was, yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Get it back.
Time to upgrade.
So maybe we should consider having some kind of event or something, pay for some of this stuff.
Yeah, like this tape now. It's a great idea.
I mean, that is the true thing. We've been
We're doing pretty
taking
good.
funds for a while.
We're not
So as
giving
far as events, we've had those, and I don't think anything we're talking about now is pretty, the big option, the big part is gonna be debt. And then maybe we're looking at things that will,
Through the house.
bring that debt up.
Through the house and shit, we'll give it back to right.
But yeah, now's the time to talk about it. And like Joe brought up, as this deck gets designed and planned and laid out, we need to come up with a way. Run power out there, run the conduit, so we're not crawling up on the deck kind of lighting or things like that, plus overhead fans. We're all thinking we're probably gonna need a new junction on the main feed. That's another, anybody know an electrician? I can do it, but it won't be permitted. Put a Tesla outlet in, up the generator. Give the answer. I don't know where our feed is over here, and if you can run 100 amps or 100 amp service out here doing the box. Be able to shut our deck off when we're not on.
Which really, what they're gonna do, is they're gonna, and see what your load calculation is already existing. Right, and then from there, you can feed off of it or not.
If you have to have the additional, you have to have another meter and everything.
So, I mean, you'll still run off the same feed. The deal is that if you have, just say you have 200 amp service, already existing buildings already taken up 80% of that amperage, then they'll run off separate people and run a separate box.
But it'll come off with this line. So the initial for the deck, we're not talking electrical, right?
Just structural, wood.
That would be the way to go.
But like Joe said, we want to have a plan, and run some conduit under there. So like the day they're done framing, we can go lay the conduit and, pack it up into the trusses and not have to do it before they skin it. We can even ask them to hold off skin.
So you want to be careful there, because if you're permanent deck, they come out and inspect the deck, you got conduit.
The whole reason for the conduit is just for the purpose of when they start laying all the deck down and they're skinning it up, who wants to crawl underneath it? If we prior plan, then then we can the electricity we have that comes out, they're just gonna snake it, pull wire, it's already there, it's existing, and say we don't want, if we're talking about doing it 3 sections, then the second or third section, it's the conduit's there, it's waiting on us. If you want to do it all at once, then they can run wire as needed. But if you run conduit instead of Romax, you'll save yourself a whole lot. But you got to put it in before the skin goes. That can't hurt.
And I understand that, but I still know that these building inspectors in Melbourne, if they see conduit, they're gonna want to get on.
Well, that's what these guys are looking at doing is they're permitted. Yeah, we're gonna get a whole electrician that's gonna come and look and see what it's gonna take to run power next to box, right? So that guy has the capability of telling us what right.
So what kind of equipment are we talking about putting on this deck?
mainly ceiling fans, lighting, and a few outlets.
Okay, we're not gonna put refrigeration and all that stuff.
No refrigeration, no plumbing.
We'll have a cooler out there on occasion. Maybe water. That's like an old water tap.
I think the only coolers we were talking about when he was out here was like just the 110 coolers you can roll out there and roll it back inside.
Nothing permanent.
Yes.
So do you think it's premature to ask an electrician to come out and have a
Well,
look?
they make roll out bars in plastic.
I would have it come out. Because when he comes back with the design on the deck, that design right there, you can take to an electrician and say, hey, we see where the X is, we'd like to have a couple outlets here, a ceiling fan, but we want to run it in conduit because we don't want to have to max. Labor will kill you, right? But once they bring those drawings back, those plans back, here's yours to take to the next guy. You can say, hey, based on this, what do you think it cost us to run conduit? They'll give you a price. So that's the way I would do it. Project manager.
Yeah, but I think running the main feed back there, having the power capability back there.
That's gonna be, the important and most expensive part of the whole thing, as far as electricity.
But I think it's not premature to ask the electrician to come out and maybe take a look at our feed, take a look at our current box.
Yeah.
Take a look at running conduit, and even maybe put a box in now, and then we'll run the facility one down after that. And do you know somebody who can do that kind of work?
I went to Willis, or what's the other one? Willis one, Starner. Something in the sun, Dern and Son.
That's kind of a post-house function.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we're kind of drifting a little bit on to this time.
So having said that, what's the chances of getting auxiliary to pump in on some of this?
Oh, they will be. Everybody's gonna chip in on all of this, I think.
I think we're just trying to.
When you look at it, right, I mean, it's not gonna be an equal split, but as opposed, we are sitting where we'll look at the major part of it, right? The auxiliary might pitch in, but the auxiliary funding is limited based off some of the stuff they have going on in fundraising.
But some of this stuff we're talking about, these speakers or something like that.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Stuff like that where we get it done.
You gotta remember, when we've done the new freezer, right, that went three ways. That was, auxiliary, post, and riders revolve on that. So those types of things like that, yes, they always kind of work that in.
The day we opened the deck, I demanded auxiliary service.
We'll make that a motion at the next auxiliary meeting.
Then there's a little redhead, you can make all the
Exactly. He didn't say what, he said Brad.
This commander went, well, we're gonna have like a name for this deck.
Well, that's a good point. I don't know.
Well, this is not gonna be a rider's deck. We'll probably use it a lot, but.
And maybe we could put a rider's plaque up or something, this is initiated by the riders group or whatever.
Well, I do have a CNC machine, so I can make a sign.
You're a man of many talents. Okay. Good. So just to recap, then we have the steak night coming up Friday, and then the 11th of August is the next. Well, no, that'll be the next burger burn. When was the breakfast? 13th of August is the next breakfast and meeting and elections. And then the 17th. It happens that the second Thursday comes before our riders. This next. So that's how we usually do it. Second Thursday is the second Friday is bike night. The second Sunday is the meeting and breakfast, and the third Thursday is the spot.
One thing we haven't talked about is September squat and jumble. We do have Camp Holly and Outriggers for the next two, but, in September, maybe look at, what we want, for squat and double there. Maybe somewhere up north, since we're doing south this month at Camp Holly and then Outriggers in, August.
Yeah, maybe,
When we talk about going to December,
well, maybe that's what we should do, a squat and gobble, make a run up the St. Cloud in September, what would that be?
Well, it's all, if we're doing it for the district meeting, that's August 26th, if we're, that. But if we want to do that, it's, September 21st.
That was the same,
Yeah, for Thursday. Okay. Eric, would you be willing to find us out some information about the riders group and their participation in the district?
You're talking about 3227.
Yeah, on the 26th.
I'll reach out to the.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, you know, okay, perfect. Yeah, and if we're welcome to come out as a riders group on our, that night or that afternoon. It is a Saturday. Yeah, just like to know kind of, I don't want to come barging in on their meeting when they already have an agenda, you know, no comment.
Well, I think your district meeting, every member is always free for this, but they do have an agenda and everything. I think if we're looking at discussing anything with 3227, then that's kind of going to be a side thing.
Yeah,
With the
pre-game or after,
Yeah.
post-game kind of thing.
Yeah.
We're sitting on.
Unless they would rather do it during their post meeting, if they're gonna have like more members there during that, then that's a separate, that might be a question to ask them, is, hey, would you like us to come out and maybe we have to sit down and talk on, the district meeting, which is Saturday 26th, or would it be more beneficial to come to one of your meetings and kind of just talk about how we set it up?
You know, worst comes to worst, we might get new members here.
Well, yeah, because within the district, yeah, anybody's welcome to join a ride.
Yeah,
That was another question you had, you know, that actually VFW postman.
As long as you're a VFW member.
I'm a member of 3227. So their biggest thing was they didn't want to have, nobody really wants to step up for the director of things, right? So it's a very good point. If we show up over there, decide that it's going to.
Now, but
We could even alternate meetings on occasion or something like that, or have an event over there.
You know, that's an idea in itself. The VFWs around here. We could offer that to come to them if they've got members that might be interested.
almost like
I'll be honest with you, hosting it every month, do breakfast, it'd be nice to change it up and go somewhere else and have a breakfast or have a burger burn there and meet some riders.
We could almost meet for breakfast somewhere and like just donate make $5 profit with breakfast at a restaurant. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I don't know why.
That's not bad.
Cover charge.
Yeah.
So should we tentatively put the 21 September spot and gobble to St. Cloud? Hit a post or hit a place over there? You got a place we can go?
Yeah.
Okay,
Not
well,
10 places.
And when we do that, Eric, come up with an idea where to go to eat, right?
3227's got a nice menu too.
Oh, do it for dinner?
Full-time kitchen, yep.
So maybe we can do that.
on Thursday?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
In the evening?
All right, well,